This segment of the news is brought to you by Finance of America. For all your mortgage needs, call Amy Childress or Shannon Keller at 702-372-6607.
Welcome back to News 46. A 37-year-old Sandy Valley man has died 10 days after losing control of his vehicle and crashing into oncoming traffic. Eleazar Torres Perez died at UMC. He had been airlifted there the afternoon of November 15th after his 2000 Ford Windstar crossed the center lane on Sandy Valley Road and collided with a 2001 Ford Explorer that had 2 passengers. Police say Torres Perez was not wearing a seatbelt, and his vehicle had open containers of alcohol. The occupants of the other vehicle suffered moderate injuries only, and no impairment was suspected of that driver.
In the mountains of Colombia, rescuers combed wreckage for survivors after a deadly plane crash outside Medellin, Colombia. The Avro RJ-85 was en route Monday night from Santa Cruz, Bolivia to Medellin when it crashed, with 77 people on board. At least 71 people were killed, 6 survived. Players, coaches, and invited guests from Brazil's Chapecoense soccer team were on board the charter flight. So were more than 20 journalists on the way to cover what was supposed to be a heartwarming chapter in a Cinderella story for a team of unlikely champions. The soccer club, which had risen the ranks in Brazilian soccer and has a devoted national fan base, was set to play in the first leg of the South American Cup finals Wednesday. The investigation to the cause of the crash is underway. Well, let's see what's happening in our courts.
In this week's court report, the man and woman arrested in Pahrump in connection to an Idaho female's murder investigation both had their extradition hearings slated on the Justice Court calendar this afternoon. After Jeremy White and Deanna were detained here in Pahrump, both faced charges connected to the Uniform Extradition Act. White, who was reportedly the boyfriend of the victim, was initially arrested after local police were tipped off that he might be visiting family here in Pahrump. Then the female passenger who was in White's vehicle, was arrested after being questioned by NCSO detectives. There was a warrant from Idaho Falls, Idaho, for a day's arrest for being an accessory to a felony crime. White remains in custody with bail set at $600,000 cash only. Day also remains in custody with her bail set at $200,000 cash only. A California woman charged with attempted murder after her arrest following reports of a stabbing on the 400 block of Comstock Street made her first appearance in court on Monday. Sarah B. Ginsall was advised that probable cause was found in connection to a 44-year-old man found bleeding profusely from several wounds. Ginsall remains in custody with her formal arraignment scheduled on December 6th. 2 members of the trio arrested in connection to an armed robbery at the Horizon Market on East Highway 372 also made their first appearance in court Monday. Lucas Marshall Partain and Joseph Thomas Nelson are suspected in connection to the incident. 2 masked men reportedly confronted the store clerk there. Surveillance video allegedly identified Partain and a 17-year-old unidentified minor as the 2 robbers. Nelson is allegedly the 3rd suspect, who was reportedly in the store at the time of the robbery, then fled with the 2 suspects. Partain has unrelated court matters with an underlying suspended jail sentence on the condition that the defendant have no adverse contact with law enforcement. So the court increased Partain's bail to $100,000 cash or $200,000 bond. Nelson's bail is set at $55,640 cash or bond. Both Partain and Nelson remain in custody with their formal arraignment scheduled on December 5th. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
Thanks, Eunette. Well, Dr. Tom Waters invited a modern-day superwoman to the community Thanksgiving dinner. Generose, or as she likes to be called, Rose, was proudly serving dinner at Nye Communities Coalition. Rose has also been serving our country for many years in the Army.
I came to serve. I like serving. Like, I'm in the military, Army vet. I'm still active duty. and I'm airborne, 82nd. I came from Fort Bragg just to come and serve, come visit she's like my father.
Yeah.
You know, I came to serve.
Thank you so much for bringing Rose down here to United Communities Coalition. I know you guys are very dear friends,
Yes.
and we're lucky to have her here.
We are very fortunate to have her come. When we knew she was coming, and she knew I was coming here for this, she asked if she could come and do it as well. And this is just fantastic. To have an active duty Army Master Sergeant, 18 years, airborne, paratrooper. She's just fantastic.
She's a Wonder Woman.
Yes, that's what she is.
Awesome. How do you guys know each other? Tell me about the relationship.
Well, when I was a principal at Ramstein High School, and she's a member of my church. And we got together that way, and we've been dear friends for years and years. And she and my wife, Faye, are very close friends.
All the way from Fort Bragg.
I couldn't wait to come and see them and come and serve also.
Tell me a little bit about your service.
I've been here for 18 years. I enjoyed it, and I enjoy when I see, you know, the product you give to the young soldiers. You know, you take care of them. It just gives me pleasure to serve my country.
So you're going to continue to be serving in the military?
Oh yes,
Lifelong career.
I love it.
We are so lucky to have you here serving us today, and of course, thank you for your service, keeping us free every single day.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Tom. We have a special guest. Wow, a rock star right here.
Absolutely. And not only that, you know, so many people, and I'm going to pick on the Army. So many people in the Army, like me, speak one language. Here we have Rose. She speaks French, Swahili, English, and what are the other two?
Chiluba.
She's just fantastic.
And stick around, we'll have computer tips and student news after the break.